Here we're going to show you how to assemble your clock kit for the coaster clocks. As you can see here, you will receive a box that will have everything that you need inside of the box itself. This is a great display box that you can use for presenting the item to your customers. You will have the kit, you'll have a blank coaster that's in a foam padded case. You will have the battery that will come with it, as well as the clear Lexan plastic stand. And you can take the plastic off of that and you have your stand here. You have the clock kit itself that has a little rubber piece on it here which you can take off and then discard that. And you also have two sets of hands. One set is fancy, the other is plain. Now what we're going to do here is I already have a coaster clock that has been printed, so we'll swap this out and we'll bring it in here so you can see this is the one that we did from our sample on how to print the coaster clocks. And to assemble it, it is actually extremely easy. Basically what we want to do is first figure out which one of the hands we want to use, and in our case here we're going to use the regular plain hands. Open the bag up and you will have a hour hand, a minute hand, and also the second movement hand. And getting these out of the bag sometimes can be a trick, but we have these here. Okay. Place them on the box so that we have easy access to them. Now you'll also want to take note that there is a little bit of a plastic covering on top of the hands themselves. As you can see here, I'm peeling that off and we can just discard that. So we'll want to make sure that we get the plastic off of each of these hands so that we can assemble the clock a lot easier. It'll look better. And the second hand does not have the plastic on it that I can see. So basically what we're going to do now is going to assemble the clock. Now to do this, it's pretty easy. We'll take our clock, and you'll notice that there are two holes. There's a lower one and an upper one here, and this allows for different mounting of the clock. If you wanted to print a plate for like a corporate name or logo, you could do that down here, or laser engrave it. That would be for the top hole, or you can mount it on the bottom hole here so that it sits like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to assemble the clock, and we'll assemble this with the one on the top. We'll put our clock assembly here through the hole. But before you do that, you'll notice that we actually have a little bolt, or I should say a nut here, that loosens up and will come off. We must unscrew it the whole way. We'll take that off, and also the little washer that assembles with that. Now the black foam piece here we want to leave on there. That gives us friction on the back side of our clock kit here, as you can see here. So we'll do this. We'll take our coaster, stick it through, and next what we're going to do is we are going to put on the washer and then the nut. Now the nut will tighten down, and you can pretty much hand tighten this down to get it really tight, or tight enough for this if you are assembling the clock for your customers. And then we can sort of position this so that it fits correctly, or it is straight on our Lexan piece of plastic here. We'll tighten that down. Then what you need to do is the hands for the hour go on first, and they just push on like this here, as you can see I'm doing with my hand in that, and that will push on. If I can get it to go on correctly, there we go. It does take a little bit of force, but make sure you put your hand on the round portion of the hand when you press down. The minute hand will go on top of that. It has a little bit smaller hole, and I'm not sure if you'll be able to see this here in the video, but you can see this is the upper hand, this is the minute hand, and the hour hand. So the hour hand sits closer to the back. You always have to put the hour hand on first, then the minute hand, and then we can put the second hand on top of that, and that just fits right in the hole. There's a little spindle here for the second hand, and that fits right in the very top of the clock center assembly, and just use your finger to sort of press that down. Now we actually have the whole clock set and ready to go. So we could actually set this, you know, if it was 7 o'clock, we could set it. We could throw our battery into the clock, and voila, we have a working clock that is functioning, and it is ready to go for presentation for your customer. Or you can include with the clock kit to your customer. We have available on our website assembly instructions.